Hello and welcome to part 2 of how to skyrocket your career in a virtual world. You're listening to the Master Your Life podcast and I'm your host, Julie Kelly. If you're new to the podcast, then welcome and I invite you to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss out on a single episode. So last week we started off with the first 5 steps on how to create a professional and effective LinkedIn profile that will help you skyrocket your career in a virtual world. As you know, everything is virtual right now. Everyone's online 24/7. And believe it or not, people are getting hired, people are getting promoted, people are changing careers in this craziness that we're living in during the pandemic. It is possible, it is happening, and where it's happening is on LinkedIn. And so if you're in a position where you either want to change jobs, find a new job, get a promotion, maybe even embark on a career change altogether because you're just thinking, you know what, life's too short and I want to do something different, I want to do something that I love, something that I'm passionate about, then it's imperative that you have a LinkedIn profile and an electronic professional presence, which is what LinkedIn gives you. Okay, so last week we talked about the first 5 steps to creating a professional LinkedIn profile, and those were uploading a professional photo dressed in business attire on a plain background, number 1. Number 2 was to write a strong headline that really showcases who you are and where you're at, what your status is as of right now, today, should be punchy and descriptive. Number 3 was to add a strong summary or about section about yourself. And this is where you toot your own horn and show everybody how amazing you are, what experience you've had, the skills and talents and the innate gifts that you and only you have and what you can offer to the world and to a potential employer. And then number 4 was your experience. And this is where you showcased everything that you've done and you told them what you did, how you did it, and what the result or the outcome was by using verbs and bullet points to be really succinct and punchy and to the point. And step number 5 was education. So we're listing all of our education, all of our qualifications in our education section. So today I want to give you the next 5 steps to complete your professional LinkedIn profile so that this can absolutely help skyrocket your career no matter where you're at in your career path right now. Okay. So number 6 is volunteer experience. Now, most people have had some kind of volunteer experience, and this is a powerful section to add to your LinkedIn profile because it showcases your character, it showcases your personality, and it gives a stranger and a potential employer, maybe a college admissions person, just a glimpse into who you are as a human being, who you are as a person, who you are in your heart, right? Like for me, for instance, I used to volunteer every single weekend at a animal rescue facility in Pasadena, California, where I used to live. And so every Saturday and Sunday, I'd spend 5-6 hours over there working with cats and dogs and trying to get them adopted because that's what I love. I love animals. I'm passionate about making sure that animals are treated the right way and they find good homes. And so if I had that on my LinkedIn profile and that was something that was related to my career trajectory, if you came across my profile, instantly it would give you an idea of who I was. You would know off the top that I'm obviously compassionate about animals and I have a love of potentially nature and animals, and that will tell you a little bit about who I am. So this is particularly a powerful section if you don't have a lot of work experience. So for the students that are listening, for the young people that are listening to this podcast right now, this is where you can showcase exactly who you are and how awesome you are, even if you don't have a lot of professional work experience. Okay. So again, just like all the other steps, get a pen and paper out and think about all the volunteer experiences that you've had. Try and remember the dates, try and remember what you did, who you did it with, what the outcome was, because there's still always an outcome, right? Even though we're volunteering and we're not necessarily getting paid for our time and effort, there's still a goal to that experience and to that volunteering opportunity. So tell me what you did. Showcase that with me, okay? Really important and usually overlooked. So I really encourage you to add a volunteer experience to your LinkedIn profile. All right, that was step number 6. Step number 7, licenses and certifications. Any extracurricular licenses or certifications should be added on your LinkedIn profile. Because again, as a stranger coming to your profile, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you've done. But if I can scroll down and see that you've done things that have gone above and beyond your time in the classroom, or you've gone above and beyond your time with a particular employer, again, it's giving me a glimpse into who you are. And so this is a really amazing place to showcase courses you've taken, projects that you've worked on, honors and awards, test scores, languages, organizations that you're affiliated with. All of those sorts of things could fall under licenses and certifications, okay? Again, another awesome place to showcase who you are as a human being, what you're capable of, and what you have to offer to somebody else that's looking at your profile. All right. Step number 8 is accomplishments. Now, you may think that this is the same as experience. Well, it's not. So accomplishments is a really amazing place to shine, for you to shine, right? And so it includes different subheadings, such as things like courses that you've taken, possibly awards, honors, maybe funding opportunities. So maybe you got a fellowship or a scholarship. This is an amazing place to put that in. Maybe you're part of an organization and they gave you some kind of award or they recognized you. This is a place to put that. So again, the second half of this conversation is really about showcasing who you are as a human being, okay? And so your accomplishments is a really amazing way to show somebody who you are on the inside and what you're absolutely capable of. So again, take the time to think about what have all of your accomplishments been in the past and showcase them here. And if you're a student, this is particularly important for you because again, if you haven't had a lot of work experience, your accomplishments together with your volunteer experience can equal work experience. And in fact, there is a statistic that employers have actually looked at student profiles and acknowledged that volunteer experience and accomplishments together do equal the same amount of leverage as work experience. And so this is why it's really important to showcase your volunteer experience and all your accomplishments, all your licenses, all your certifications on your LinkedIn profile so that it can like fill in the gaps. And obviously, as you get older and the more that your career evolves, your LinkedIn profile is going to evolve and change and grow as well. And it's going to showcase different things with the more experience that you have and the more maturity that you gain over the years. Okay. So let's go on to number 9. Step number 9 is interests. Now, this is a really fun way of showing again who you are as a person and what your interests are. However, in order to have a powerful professional LinkedIn profile, your interests really should be in alignment with your goals and your career plans. Okay. So again, let me give an example. I actually love scrapbooking and I love documenting memories and photos of my family, my partner, my life, you know. And so scrapbooking is something that I really enjoy and I love scrapbooking, but I don't have it listed on my LinkedIn profile because it has absolutely nothing to do with my career goals, my career trajectory. And so it's important that you sort of work out what fits and what doesn't, and make sure that your interests that are listed on your LinkedIn profile do align with your career goals. Okay. So let's say something like Toastmasters. Let's say you're part of a Toastmasters group and you enjoy Toastmasters, and potentially the job or the degree that you're studying requires you to have strong public speaking skills, right? Strong presentation skills. So listing Toastmasters would be absolutely perfect in this case because it aligns with your career goals. Okay. So again, take some time to think about your interests and make sure that you only list those that align with your career plans. Okay. Step number 10, we've made it to the last step. And this is possibly one of the most important steps in creating a powerful LinkedIn profile and presence. That is to network. As I said in part 1 of this podcast, LinkedIn is ultimately a professional networking platform. And so the whole point of it is to get connected and to make connections with people that you can help and that people that can help you. So there should always be like a win-win, right? And so in order to really create a strong LinkedIn profile, you want to connect with as many people as possible that are relevant to your industry or your career of choice. And it's important that you add value to them and start a conversation, okay? And follow up on a regular basis with that conversation. And it's imperative to remember that networking and relationship building is all about a win-win. So many people think about, well, what's in it for me, right? They're only interested in me, and they take. And those relationships never last. And you are absolutely not seen as a professional person that other people want to be connected to. Remember that, okay? And it's smart to make professional contacts with people that you can add value to and that those people can add value back to you, okay? So if there are certain industries or organizations or companies that you want to be connected with, then start researching those companies, start connecting with people in those organizations and start a dialogue. And, you know, you could easily say, look, I'm a student, I'm really interested in working for your organization one day. I'm more than happy to do whatever it takes to get some experience. How can I help you? Is there any way that I can help you on a volunteer basis? And if you do that, you are now putting yourself in the top 1% of all of society, because most people don't go above and beyond. Most people take the path of least resistance, and most people do what everybody else does. And that's why most people have what everybody else has. Now, if you want to be in that sort of top 1% of society that really has an amazing career and makes good money based on doing what you love, then it's up to you to go above and beyond and go that extra mile to stand out in an already crazy, loud, overpopulated online world, okay? It's doable. It takes effort. It takes focus. It takes commitment. It takes dedication, but it is possible. And remember, nothing worth having comes easy, right? So if you're in a place where you really, want to do maybe a 180 in your career, or if you're a new graduate student, then LinkedIn is the place for you to be. And LinkedIn is the place for you to start making those connections and start adding value, start helping other people that can one day ultimately help you by potentially hiring you, right? Or even just putting in a good word to their boss or to somebody else within their organization. Say, hey, you know what? I know her. I've been speaking to her for a couple of months on LinkedIn. She's really great. She's been, she offered to help. She offered to volunteer. She's done this, that, and the other. I would take a look at her, right? That's how life happens. That's how the best opportunities come to fruition, by the people that you know. But it only happens if there's that win-win relationship. And if you go into any relationship, be it virtual or in person, where you're tuned into what's in it for me and only me, that relationship is going to quickly dissolve and it's not going to progress. Okay. And you probably end up getting a reputation that you don't want to have. Okay. So it's really important that you utilize this platform in a way that showcases you as a professional and showcases you as the human being that you are, and that you absolutely share your heart, share your professionalism, and share who you are with the world so that you can be found and so that those opportunities come your way. So I have created a LinkedIn profile checklist for you, and it goes over all of these 10 steps so you don't have to memorize them. And so if you simply go to juliekelly.com/LinkedIn, you'll be able to download this LinkedIn profile checklist for free. and it'll help you create your LinkedIn profile and then update it and maintain it as the days and years and decades go by, okay? Because it is a dynamic platform. It has to be updated as your life and your experience is updated, okay? So this checklist will help you whether you're a seasoned veteran or whether you're a new graduate. So once again, just head over to www.julieckelley.com/LinkedIn and you can download that profile checklist there. I'll have everything written in the show notes for you as well, so you don't have to write it all down if you're driving. And you can obviously connect with me on social media as well if you haven't already. On Instagram, my handle is Julie C. Kelly. And on Facebook, I'm facebook.com/I'm Julie C. Kelly. So I hope you have found these 2 podcast episodes about how to create a professional LinkedIn profile that will absolutely skyrocket your career helpful and useful and relevant. I'd love to hear from you. Please let me know what you want to hear more of. Please rate and review the podcast if you haven't already, wherever you're tuning in from today. I thank you for tuning in today. I thank you for your support. I'm super grateful for you. And as always, sending you much love, many blessings, lots of strength, lots of patience, and I'll see you all next week. Till then, take good care. Bye-bye.